Hey guys, what's up? It's Tyler Kluver. This is the Snapped Podcast. So glad that you're joining me. On this podcast, we're going to talk about diet, exercise, mindset, training, sports, performance, and any of the things that we discuss, me or the guests that I bring on, is going to help you get better and help you get healthier in some way or another. We're glad you're here. Sit back, relax. Let's have a day. Back again. Another podcast. And this week, we got a couple things to talk about. Fun times in the personal life of Tyler Kluver, the personal adventures of exercise and fitness. Last week, we talked about, I don't even remember what. Um, this week, we're going to talk about the Memorial Day Murph and the start of the June 30-day challenge. I am so pleased with the turnout of the June 30-day challenge. I know that several of the listeners, several of you guys have reached out and said that, hey, you're in, and we've got that Facebook group going, and it's off to a hot start. I'm very pleased with how the turnout for this challenge. I'm still figuring out advertising and kind of pushing the challenge on social media and the best ways to go about that. So I would say I'm, gosh, maybe 5 or 10% deep into the world of how can I make it so that this challenge is known to people? How can I grow the brand of Tyler Kluwer Fitness, and how can I continue to get people a part of the community based challenges that I'm trying to do to help people get healthy and fit? I don't think that there's a way to get healthy and fit in 30 days. I think there's probably a misconception on that as because I run a 30-day challenge, it seems like, oh, you're one of those guys. You're into the quick fix thing. It's not that, but what it is a strong first step in the journey. And I think that I have a decent ability to create a 30-day, in the brainstorming archives of what I've been working on, maybe upwards of 60 days or maybe 75 days, um, of something that can help you start in the right path for the rest of your life, something that is super sustainable. I think I have the ability and the ideas and the knack for putting something together that can get people to stay committed for that long, just long enough to then it allows them to bleed that into their everyday life somehow, some way, make some sort of change that sticks, and then it creates long lasting change, something that lasts 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, hopefully the rest of your life, right? If you're in a bad spot and you can start to walk that other positive direction, hopefully you never turn around. And that's kind of the goal. There's no claiming that the 30 days is going to suddenly magically fix you, get you ripped, get you massive, lose you all the weight that you want to lose, but it's a good start. And so we've got about 40 people, close to 40 people doing that this month. I'm super pleased with it. And if you're one of those people, um, thanks for joining the challenge. The next challenge, hard to say. It's the middle of the year. And I did 3 challenges last year that were all very successful. Then February, I tried to do the 30-day challenge and it was kind of a flop. I had, like 10 people sign up, and it's still great for those 10 people, but not the kind of turnout that I wanted. This round went better. So part of that is learning when people want to do certain challenges, what people want to do around certain parts of the year, and it's all a learning process. So who knows if there will be another 30-day fast fit challenge in 2021. Um, there will probably be some type of challenge, some other type of challenge at least, but we will see. We will see. So that has started and is running, and that is kind of what this month is consuming my time with. In personal news, we're in week 2. Last week we talked about week 1 of training a little bit, and week 2 has started. We hit a nice little, what was it? Maybe 15 or 20-minute recovery run on Sunday. Um, and then we hit what was supposed to be a speed run. We hit Murph on Monday. It was Memorial Day on Monday. Had the day off. Wife worked out with me. She did her own version of Murph. And I took on Murph head on, not fully RX'd because my pull ups just, and the state that my hands are in right now, as far as um, what they can handle on the pull up rig, just not quite where they need to be to go through 100 pull ups straight. But if there was a almost RX, the closest you can get to RXing Murph, the way it's written, without actually doing it, I did it for the first time. This is the first year that I've actually had the vest. It adds everything to that workout. Um, I'm not going to go into all the details of how I felt during Murph and this and that, but I'll share a few parts of it with you. My time was 41 minutes and 40 seconds with the vest, going 5, 10, 15 for 20 rounds, 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 squats. My legs are absolutely destroyed. It is now 2 days later, and for the last 48 hours, my quads have been just absolutely torched, working at 50% capacity. But I'm really happy with that time. You know, there's so many different ways that Murph is done, and there's so many different outside factors that help you either have a good day during Murph or not have a good day. Oftentimes that's a workout where you're just doing it to complete it, and you're not really trying to go and set a PR. But the competitive side of me did want to set a PR, and um, so I went and did that. Which wasn't hard because, again, I've never done it with a vest. So any time that I came across with was going to be my best time in this adaptation of the workout. Um, in 2016, the CrossFit Games, they did Murph. Now they did it unpartitioned, which means they went 100 straight pull-ups, then 200 straight push-ups, then 300 straight squats. And when you do it that way, you're going to end up doing it slower because you're not giving the single muscle group a time to rest. So you're going to have to take a little bit more longer time for that to get through it. But those, again, are the best athletes in the world. And the best time um, in that, and again, there's a lot of outstanding factors there. It was probably 20 or 30 degrees hotter that day when they did it in Southern California. Um, and they had already done a couple workouts before that. I think one that day, one the previous day, that were pretty grueling. But the best time uh, was like 38 minutes, and only 3 or 4 people would have beat my time. Now, this isn't to say that I deserve to be at the CrossFit Games. I definitely don't. I have just an incredibly long way to go before I can even really feel good about making the quarterfinals, and then worrying about trying to do well to make the semifinals, and then would be the CrossFit Games after that. But um I'm really happy with 41:40. The miles might have been a tad short. um I just ran it as a cross training workout and not a run, so I know what a mile is, but I was maybe like 5/10 of a mile short. So, it was probably a little over 42 minutes, but respectable time. I think I'm getting fitter. I did well with the vest. I was able to keep pushing pretty good through the push ups, squats, um, and pull ups. seemed to do just fine, and I went unbroken through the entire thing. Five five pull-ups every time straight through, 10 push-ups every time straight through. There's a few times where I mixed up the squats, um, and put a few in front of the push-ups, uh, just s- at the end because the run was coming up, and the second run was absolutely brutal. I forgot how bad that is. But I started the second run and it absolutely crushed me. I had to walk a little bit even, so there's so much room for improvement to actually better that score. But um, I had to walk because I was going so fast on the middle portion of the body weight reps. So all in all, a good day. I'm absolutely crushed from it. I had to go very light yesterday. Probably gonna have another day that isn't super intense today. Today is another speed run day, so I'm going to be doing about 20 minutes of kind of interval running. Um, and I'm about to go do that right now. But um, yeah, hopefully, you know, the the Memorial Day Murph is something that you can kind of adapt it to any version. My wife, who hasn't worked out in several weeks, hasn't worked out on a routine for several months, probably is she did walk a mile and a half, come back, 50 ring rows, 100 push-ups, 100 squats, and then walk another mile and a half. So it's scalable. Anybody can do um, any version of it that you can come up with to kind of scale to a person's ability. But it's just a great workout. Obviously, the cause is great, and remembering the veterans who have given their lives for the country. I mean, it's very easy to work out um, when you stop and think, yeah, this hurts right now, but what really hurts is when those people are in the middle of war and they're taking bullets and getting carried off the battlefield and literally over there fighting so that over here we can have some resemblance of peace. Yeah, it just gets put in perspective when you think of it that way. So, great cause, just a killer workout, and I'm destroyed by it. And hopefully, you guys had a good weekend. We're able to um, think about what the long weekend was for. Hopefully, maybe you're able to exercise as well and kind of commemorate and had a good time. Yeah, this is gonna be about it for today's podcast. Just kind of wanted to talk about the Murph and how it went for me, and talk about the challenge and how that started. And things are in full force. It's summer. It's time to, um, I mean, there's no excuses, right? Like, it's not the beginning of the year. It's pool time, right? This was the summer. This was the time where 3, 4 months ago you said, "Oh, I want to start working out and I want to get the body for summer." Well, now summer's here. So do you have that body? Do you not? Have you noticed that life just continues to go on? Every week it seems like you have something different that's in your way that you're going to wait till next week, or you're going to wait till next month to start the program or start um the new diet or whatever, and you just realize like life never stops. You're going to have to figure out a way to implement a new routine, a new diet, a new workout plan with the added variables of life that just never stop coming. So, if you want any help with that and you listen to this podcast and you want some one-on-one coaching, or you want some, I'm going to have a couple spots opening up actually in the mornings. If you guys are at all interested in Zoom PT, if you have, any amount of equipment at home, even no equipment, I've done, 4 or 5 months in a row now with a guy who was trying to get in shape for his wedding. He's lost 50 pounds in prep for that wedding, and 3.5 of those 5 months were done with completely no weight. It was all body weight workouts and a treadmill. Um, so in that sense, if you're down to zoom me into your basement or your gym, your home gym, and have me run you through a half hour, 45-minute workout, I'm more than welcome to. I've been doing that with several clients for about 6 months now. And it's a little bit more pricey, but it's worth it. I'm there. I'm yelling at you. I'm not yelling at you. I'm being cool. I'm pushing you. I'm motivating you. I'm making sure you do all the reps, making sure that your form's correct. I'm there every morning waiting for you as you log into the Zoom, and it adds that extra accountability that sometimes people just need, and they can't get up and do it themselves unless someone is counting on them. And if you need me to count on you, I can be that person. Um, I've had great results with all of my Zoom PT clients, as well as just my one-on-one remote coaching clients who I just program for, and then you do the workouts on your own. Um, Whenever you are ready, I am here, and I want to help you get better. I hope you have a fantastic week, a short week, 4 days. Um, as summer rolls in and the weather heats up, it is beautiful outside. Go out, be active, and just keep crushing life, baby. All right, that's Snapped episode, I think 31. We'll see. Um, we'll talk next week. Peace.